Most travelers never learn the truth about the moon. They look up at night and see a single silver sphere, quiet and whole, unchanged since the first human ever raised their eyes to the sky. But every so often, in a moment so brief it feels like a breath slipping between thoughts, something unusual happens. When the mind begins to drift and the noise of the day fades just enough for silence to settle in, the moon reveals a hidden face, one very few ever notice. At first, it appears only as a shimmer, a slight bending of the light, the way heat distorts air in the distance. Then the shimmer expands, softening the moon's edges, making its surface ripple like water. And if you are calm enough, still enough, open enough, you may witness what almost no one else sees, the moment the moon fractures. It does not crack loudly or violently. Instead, its surface seems to unfold, separating into massive floating plates that drift apart with the elegance of petals opening in slow motion. At the center of this quiet blooming, a circular structure begins to glow, a ring of brilliant blue light suspended between drifting fragments. This is the moon gate, a doorway older than memory, holding its shape with beams of shimmering energy that pulse with a rhythm almost indistinguishable from your own heartbeat. Most people blink, and the moon returns to normal. But tonight, you do not blink. Tonight, you see the fractured moon gate, and you feel, with an inexplicable certainty, that it sees you as well. Before we journey through it, take a moment to settle your body. Let your shoulders soften and sink into whatever surface supports you. Allow the weight of your hands, your legs, your chest to ease naturally downward. Your breath doesn't need to change, only slow by the smallest amount, just enough to unlock the feeling that something inside you is beginning to open. Each inhale softens the edges of the world around you. Each exhale dissolves another layer of tension. The thoughts that pressed at you earlier begin to drift, loosening like dust carried away by a warm breeze. A sense of weightlessness expands through your limbs. It isn't dramatic, just a subtle shift, like you're beginning to float inwardly, making space for something extraordinary. Tonight, you will cross the threshold that separates waking life from the hidden architectures of the cosmos. You will enter the gate that waits between the moon's fractured pieces and discover realms shaped not by logic or fear, but by calm curiosity and the soft stories the universe keeps tucked behind the veil of sleep. So breathe gently, allow the last threads of the day to unwind, and let the journey begin. A gentle warmth spreads through your chest, lifting you from within. Your body becomes buoyant, softened by the glow rising around you. Without any feeling of motion, no falling, no flying, you suddenly find yourself suspended above the earth. Space stretches infinitely in all directions, a vast tapestry of starlight scattered across the darkness. Nebula clouds twist in slow, graceful ribbons, carrying deep purples and quiet blues through the void. Below you, the earth reflects the moon's glow, a soft halo shimmering along its oceans and continents. But even this breathtaking sight cannot hold your attention, because the moon is no longer whole. It hovers ahead, delicately shattered into enormous drifting segments that glow from within. Each fragment turns slowly, revealing smooth stone faces lined with pale lunar fire. Between them, forming a perfect circle, is the moon gate. Its beams of blue energy stretch like threads of frozen lightning, connecting fragment to fragment and outlining a doorway suspended in emptiness. The light it emits feels aware, welcoming, curious, calm. You do not feel like an intruder. You feel expected, as though the gate has been waiting for you for a very long time. As you drift closer, the details become astonishing. Tiny particles of silver light drift around the moon fragments like soft snowfall suspended in slow motion. Delicate engravings shimmer across the stone surfaces. Patterns resembling star maps, curved symbols, and flowing constellations that shift slightly each time you look at them. A gentle hum vibrates in the air, not loud, but deeply resonant, as if the gate is harmonizing with your breath. The nearer you come, the brighter the blue ring glows. Its pulses begin to synchronize with your heartbeat, shaping a rhythm that feels both ancient and intimately familiar. A warm current of energy brushes across your skin, guiding you forward with effortless grace. The space inside the ring deepens, turning into a shimmering mist of soft, undulating silver. Whatever lies beyond it refuses to stabilize, shifting through colors and shapes as though deciding which dream realm to reveal first. You let the energy draw you in, aligning your body with the center of the glowing circle. The moment you cross the threshold, the universe exhales. Light envelops you, cool and soothing, wrapping around your arms and chest like a flowing river made of moonlight. Your senses melt gently into the silver mist. Sound fades into a warm hush. Time stretches, then softens, then dissolves entirely. The fragments of the moon drift behind you until they shrink into distant petals of white light. Everything becomes still, peaceful, beautifully weightless. Then the mist begins to thin. Colors bloom like slow sunrise. Shapes sharpen, deepening into a world that feels both impossible and profoundly serene. You find yourself hovering above a vast, luminescent ocean, an expanse of liquid moonlight stretching across the horizon. Soft waves flow in gentle patterns, glowing with silver and pale blue reflections. Each ripple sends a quiet pulse of light upward, illuminating the air with drifting motes that sparkle like tiny stars. A warm, feather-light breeze brushes past you, carrying faint scents of cool stone and distant rain. You descend toward the glowing tides, feeling the realm's awareness settle around you with a sense of welcome. As you near the ocean's surface, it responds. A slow, graceful swell rises to meet you, its curves glowing in smooth, mesmerizing patterns. The surface does not splash. Instead, it folds upward like a soft cushion of light, forming a glowing platform beneath your feet. It supports you perfectly, warm, weightless, and alive with quiet luminescence. Above the ocean float countless orbs of soft silver light. Some hover just above the surface, gliding over the waves as if they're grazing. Others drift higher, arranged loosely like constellations gently rearranging themselves in the sky. Within each orb, tiny galaxies swirl and shift in slow motion, folding into new shapes with every pulse of their soft inner glow. One orb glides toward you, moving across the glowing surface with quiet purpose. It hovers at your side, pulsing gently, as though greeting you personally. Its warmth radiates into your chest, calming your breath even further. The miniature galaxies within it shift, forming patterns that feel strangely familiar, not like memories you recognize, but like feelings you've known for a very long time. You sense no danger here, only peace, only welcome, only the calm awareness of a place shaped by emotion and silence and light. The luminous tides have accepted you. The orb beside you brightens, its soft pulse deepening into a slow, steady rhythm that almost feels like a breath. As you stand on the glowing surface of the luminous tides, the realm shifts around you in response to your calm presence. The waves form gentle spirals that stretch outward like blooming flowers made of light, each spiral glowing brighter as it curves across the ocean. The orb drifts slightly ahead, almost as if inviting you to follow. When you take a step toward it, the glowing platform beneath your feet stretches forward effortlessly, allowing you to walk across the moonlit sea without sinking. Every step sends a faint shimmer rippling through the water, and every ripple rises into the air as tiny sparks that dissolve quietly above you. More orbs gather as you move, each one drifting into a loose formation around you. Some pulse softly, others rotate slowly, their inner galaxies turning like distant storms. Their movements feel purposeful but gentle, like guides that express meaning through light rather than sound. One orb, larger than the rest, floats directly in front of you. Its glow is slightly more golden than silver, and inside it, The swirling galaxies settle into a calm spiral pattern that expands and contracts in a steady rhythm. As you approach, the golden orb lowers itself toward the surface, creating a soft indentation in the glowing water. The moment your hand brushes its surface, a quiet surge of warmth travels up your arm, settling into your chest like a soft heartbeat. Images rise in your mind, not visions, but impressions, drifting through serene winter air, hearing the hush of falling snow at dawn, feeling the comfort of a distant memory you can't fully place. The orb is communicating, not with words, but with sensations that wrap around your thoughts like warm silk. Then, without warning yet, without any sense of alarm, the luminous tides begin to shift. The waves below you flatten into smooth plates of glowing silver that stretch outward in long, uninterrupted pathways. The orbs drift into a gentle circular motion around you, and the golden one rises again. A new feeling touches your mind, an invitation, a gentle pull toward the horizon where the ocean's light begins to fold upward into a towering archway of shimmering silver mist. You follow the orbs as they guide you toward the archway. As you approach, the air thickens with a faint crystalline sound, a soft chiming that grows richer with every step. The mist parts as you near it, revealing the outline of a path that rises into the sky like a luminous bridge. You step onto it, and the bridge responds with a warm vibration that travels beneath your feet. The further you go, the more the ocean below stretches into vast, swirling patterns of light, as though it's showing its gratitude for your presence. At the highest point of the bridge, the orbs gather behind you, forming a loose constellation before gradually fading back into the distance. The golden one is the last to leave, pausing for a moment as though offering a silent farewell. Then it dims gently and drifts back to join the others. Ahead of you, the mist clears entirely, unveiling the second realm. The world before you is a city made of glass, towering structures that rise like frozen waterfalls, each shaped with impossible precision. The buildings reflect the surrounding starlight in 1,000 shifting hues, turning the air into a kaleidoscope of gentle colors. As you descend the glowing pathway, the city appears completely silent. Yet the silence is not empty. It feels intentional, reverent, as though the entire realm exists in a state of perpetual meditation. Your feet touch the ground, which is not exactly stone, though it feels firm under you. It is smooth and translucent, like polished moon crystal, glowing faintly from within. You walk through wide streets shaped like gentle curves, no sharp angles or abrupt corners. The architecture seems designed to soothe the mind, every line soft, every color tranquil, every reflection slow and calming. Tall structures arc overhead, creating corridors of refracted light that move elegantly along the glass surfaces. As you pass beneath a particularly tall archway, the reflections shift into shapes that follow your motion, like soft ripples in a dream. It becomes clear that the city responds to presence, much like the luminous tides did. Here, though, the language is not motion or warmth, but reflection. Light bends in ways that mirror your emotional state, softening when you breathe slowly, brightening when curiosity rises within you. You turn a corner and find yourself standing before a massive tower that spirals upward like a glass helix, stretching toward the stars. At its base lies a circular doorway without any visible means of opening. Yet as you step closer, the glass surface becomes opaque, then clear again, revealing a gently illuminated chamber within. The doorway softens into a liquid-like motion, parting in smooth ribbons that curl outward like petals welcoming you inside. The chamber is spherical and empty, except for floating strands of glowing crystal dust suspended in the air. They move slowly, drifting in elegant spirals that adjust their path as you enter, creating an open space at the center of the room. When you step into that space, the strands begin to turn around you in a slow orbit, leaving shimmering trails that linger for several seconds before fading. The effect is serene, mesmerizing, and deeply calming, like standing inside a living hourglass where the sand moves with the rhythm of your emotions. A soft pulse of light gathers at the top of the chamber and flows downward, collecting into a single, bright point directly in front of you. The glass beneath your feet warms slightly. The room begins to hum with a low vibration that settles comfortably into your chest. Then, with a gentle shift in the light, you feel something unlock, like a door opening, not in the physical world, but within your sense of time. The chamber expands. Not physically, but experientially. The air thickens with golden particles that fall at an impossibly slow pace, each one descending like a droplet of honey suspended in the quiet. This place is not bound by the normal flow of time. It is a realm where every second stretches into softness, where the present moment becomes long and warm and unhurried. Your breath deepens without effort. Your shoulders sink lower. Your thoughts quiet to a peaceful simmer. The golden dust lands gently on your arms, your chest, your hair, each particle settling like a warm snowflake before fading into your skin. You walk forward. Each step feels slow but effortless, as if you're floating just above the ground. When you lift your hand, the golden dust gathers around your fingers, swirling in delicate loops that respond to even the subtlest motion. You feel no weight in your limbs, no tension, no urgency. Only the steady comfort of the chamber embracing you with the serene certainty that nothing is required of you here except presence. A soft whisper rises, not a voice, but a feeling shaped into meaning. It tells you that this chamber exists to ease the weight of time from those who carry too much of it. That here you may rest inside the stretched golden quiet as long as you need. This place asks nothing. It offers everything. It holds you gently in a moment that refuses to pass too quickly. After what feels like both several minutes and several hours, you sense a subtle shift. Not an end, but a transition. A gentle pull back toward movement, like a tide changing direction. The chamber responds by gathering the golden dust around you into a soft spiral that guides you toward an opening forming in the glass wall. The spiral doesn't push. It simply flows in a way that leads you comfortably forward. You step through the soft threshold, feeling time return to its normal pace with no shock or abruptness. Just a smooth settling, the way a blanket folds itself over you. Outside the chamber, the city feels even quieter than before. The glass structures glow more softly now, as though dimming their lights to match the new calm within you. The path you followed earlier begins to brighten again, lifting into the air as a radiant bridge that guides you out of the city. You ascend it, feeling lighter than when you arrived, your mind soothed, your breath steady and unhurried. At the top of the bridge, the silver mist returns, curling gently around the edges of your vision. Through it, you begin to see the outline of the fractured moon once more. The drifting fragments glow softly, and the blue beams of the moon gate pulse in a slow, welcoming rhythm. The gate feels different now, not more open or more closed, but more familiar, as though it recognizes what you have experienced in the realms beyond it. You drift toward the gate, its soft light wrapping around you as the mist carries you closer to the threshold. The beams of energy hum quietly, resonating with the calm that has settled inside you. As you reach the center of the glowing ring, the gate prepares to guide you into the deepest stage of your journey, the long descent into rest, where the dreamscape folds gently into the quiet of sleep. The moon gate brightens, and its light begins to fade into a soft haze. The final realm awaits. The moon gate's glow softens around you. Its light, once bright and structured, now feels like a warm haze settling across your shoulders. You drift in its center as the realms you visited fold quietly behind you. The luminous tides dim into a distant shimmer. The glass city closes its glowing petals of crystal light. The chamber of slow time becomes only a faint golden echo, settling into your breath and slowing it with effortless grace. The universe feels wider now, yet calmer too, as if every sound and every thought has been wrapped in soft blankets of moonlit silence. You continue drifting, wrapped in the gentle pulse of the gate. The blue beams around you fade from sharp threads of energy into soft, elongated ribbons of light. They stretch outward into the dark, curling like slow-moving streams of glowing mist. The moon fragments above you turn slowly, casting wide arcs of pale illumination across the space around you. Their motion is smooth, unhurried, and deeply soothing. Each rotation seems to release a wave of calm, like a tide you feel not on your skin, but within your mind. You let that calm settle into your chest, then your stomach, then the deeper spaces within you. The air, or what feels like air, grows warmer. It thickens into a soft, velvety presence, wrapping around your body with comforting pressure. You allow your muscles to yield. Your hands loosen, your jaw relaxes, your eyelids feel heavier with each slow breath. The gate seems to sense your descent into stillness. Its glow dims even further, letting darkness gather in the spaces between the ribbons of light. But this darkness isn't empty. It feels familiar, safe, like the quiet behind closed eyes just before sleep. A gentle current of motion carries you forward, though you barely perceive it. It is as if the universe has placed one steady hand along your back, guiding you with complete reassurance. You are not required to do anything. You are not required to think. You simply drift, supported entirely by the quiet architecture of this dreamscape. The space around you expands and contracts in slow, rhythmic pulses that match the cadence of your breathing. The moon fragments drift farther apart, becoming soft, blurred shapes against a darkened sky. They no longer resemble stone. They resemble possibilities fading into memory. The ribbons of blue light unwind into thin streams that trail through the darkness like gentle sparks in slow motion. As they unwind, the air grows quieter. Even the faint hum of the gate recedes into a distant vibration you feel more than hear. Your mind loosens from the details of the journey. The orbs, the glass towers, the floating dust of the chamber, and lets them fall behind you like leaves drifting into a calm river. You do not need to hold them anymore. They have become part of the dream. Your breath becomes slower, warmer, deeper. Each inhale expands just enough to soften the space behind your ribs. Each exhale pulls you further into the velvety dark beneath the gate's fading glow. The sensation of drifting begins to slow. You feel your body settling downward, not in motion, but in presence. A long exhale flows out of you. Your shoulders sink a little more. Your mind quiets another layer deeper. You are at the edge of full rest. The darkness around you becomes even softer. The faint silver particles drifting through the air slow to the pace of falling snow in deep winter. Each particle glows with a gentle pulse as it passes, and each pulse seems to soothe some part of you that had not yet relaxed. You feel these tiny lights gathering around your chest and stomach, lingering briefly before dissolving into the warmth of your breathing. Their presence is reassuring, like small reminders that you are safe, that you are supported, that there is nothing left you need to manage. A slow, subtle warmth grows along your back. It spreads upward through your ribs and downward through your spine, relaxing each vertebra, softening the places you didn't even know held tension. The warmth moves outward into your arms, flowing through your elbows, your wrists, your palms, and finally settling into your fingertips like gentle embers. Your legs relax in the same way, warmth flowing down your thighs, through your knees, down your calves, pooling softly around your ankles and toes. Every part of you becomes heavy and warm, comfortably anchored, yet somehow still floating. The moon gate recedes into the distance now, becoming a soft halo of silver light behind you. You drift forward into a quieter space, a place with no shapes, no structures, no landscapes, Just darkness infused with soft, distant glimmers like stars seen through half-closed eyes. The glimmers pulse gently, each one slow and hypnotic, guiding your mind into a deeper rhythm. Your breathing matches that rhythm without effort. Your thoughts thin and soften until they drift apart like faint trails of mist. One by one, they fade. You feel as if you're floating on a warm, invisible sea. The surface rises and falls in slow, soothing waves that match the tempo of your breath. Each rise lifts your awareness just slightly. Each fall sinks you deeper into rest. The difference between waking and dreaming blurs. You feel your consciousness tilt into a gentle downward angle, gliding toward sleep as smoothly and naturally as a leaf settling onto still water. Around you, the distant glimmers fade into a soft, muted glow. The warmth beneath you deepens. The air becomes thick with quiet comfort. You no longer notice the boundary of your body. Instead, you sense only the calm weight of existence, the soft peace of floating without needing to hold yourself up. Your mind drifts in wide, slow circles, each one smaller and softer than the last, until the circles blur into a single warm point somewhere just below your thoughts. You feel completely safe, completely supported, completely at ease. The final remnants of the moon gate dissolve behind you. The soft glow becomes a memory, then a trace, then nothing at all. You drift deeper into the quiet, where even light forgets its shape. Here, there is no time, no motion, no weight. Only the deep, soothing darkness of a cosmos that has wrapped itself around you like a warm blanket. Your breath moves slowly, then slower still. Thought loosens from thought. Sound dissolves into silence. Your awareness softens into the dark like a candle sinking into warm wax. The universe holds you gently, and you drift deeper and deeper and deeper into a quiet, dream-filled sleep.